Hey guys, it's Emily, and I just wanted to share with you the lesson plan that I have come up with for our multicultural education course that we have been taking. I based my lesson plan off of a kindergarten classroom, and so therefore it is a little bit simplistic since I want to be able to slowly incorporate more and more multicultural education themes throughout the rest of the year. So for this lesson plan, the objectives are students will be able to identify words beginning with the letter A and how to properly sound out the letter A. Students will be able to compare words from different languages beginning with that letter of the day and what those words mean in their native language. This will aid in their understanding of different cultures, the phonetics of letters, and their association with words. We will continue working through the alphabet on a daily basis and revisiting the previous day's letter in order to reinforce that information throughout the year. In regards to sequencing, we will begin the lesson in a group setting at the front of the room or wherever the whiteboard, smartboard, or a large piece of paper may be. And we will begin with a discussion on what words begin with the letter A. And I will then write those words down, and I will draw a picture underneath or to the side of those words in order for them to have a visual reference for that word. During this, I will encourage students whose first language isn't English to name things in their native languages and explain to the class what these words may mean and any significance that word may have in their language or to them specifically. So once we have completed our discussion on this, students will be asked to return to their seats to complete a worksheet where on the front they will color in the letter A with whatever crayon, colored pencil they choose to do that with. And on the back there will be a section for students to circle words beginning with the letter A. And at the bottom of that there will be a matching section where they will have the word and then the picture on the other side so that they can match it, kind of what we did at the beginning of our discussion. So after they complete the worksheet, students will present their work to me in order to check it over for anything that they may have missed or any mistakes that they made, and then they will go back to their desks and fix their mistakes. During this time, I will also encourage students to have discussions with their classmates and maybe have them check each other's work before it goes and gets turned in for the rest of the class period to be graded. And also for them to just kind of have any discussion based on our discussion at the beginning of the lesson on any words that they may be interested in learning from our other students' vocabulary as well. So it is important to me on the back section to also include language or words from the different languages that our students may speak. So not just simply having like apple or ant or anything like that. Like we can include different words from their native languages that begin with A as well. So the timing of this lesson will be around half an hour to 45 minutes long, obviously beginning with like a 10 to 15 minute discussion of what words begin with the letter A and including the explanation of students as to why they chose that word that begins with A and the significance that it may have to them specifically, and obviously our students who will need time to explain what their word may mean if they decide to choose a word from their native language. After this, they will be given around 10 minutes to complete both sides of their worksheets and another 10 minutes in order for me to check over their work and also have those group discussions that we discussed previously. So, to end the lesson, we will go over the words again, and once we begin making our way through the alphabet, we will go over the letter we worked on the previous day in order to reinforce that information. On days that students are struggling to sit still, we will end with a YouTube video based on the letter of the day in order for them to dance around and just kind of get some of that pent-up energy that they've gained throughout the day in order to hopefully help them focus and get grounded and be able to focus on the work for the day. So the materials for this lesson, students will need obviously a whiteboard, smartboard, or any large piece of paper, the worksheet that I will create beforehand based on the letter of the day with students' native languages incorporated on the back sections, a colored pencil or crayon in order to color in that letter on the front, and a pencil in order to circle the words and match their coinciding words on the back. So, in regards to differentiation throughout this activity, students will begin with direct instructions and assistance in finding and discussing words that begin with the letter A. Excuse me. After we have completed this discussion, students will return to their desks for independent work to complete their worksheets. Once they have completed them, they will come get their worksheets checked, and if there's anything completed incorrectly or words they may have missed, they will return to their desk and fix the issue, and then have other students, so therefore going into kind of a group work, check their work, and also have that open discussion on to why they chose those letters. And so obviously by doing this, they are relying on each other to check if their work is correct and anything they may have missed. So the assessment for this lesson plan on whether or not it was successful, the students will be assessed based on the completion of their worksheets after given the chance to fix anything that may be incorrect after that initial check. And students' comprehension of letters as we progress will also be dependent on the discussions that we have at the end of the lesson to see if there's any letters that they may be struggling to comprehend previously. And then if there's like something that I pick up on for them missing out on anything, we will obviously go over those letters that we have previously discussed in order to reinforce that information. So hopefully this fits the criteria of this lesson plan, and this will be something that I will incorporate in my future career. Thank you. Bye.